I didn't do any music or anything. Is it showing? It's not popping up yet.
Yeah, it usually takes a minute before it pops up.
Oh, there it is. And we're live.
Yeah, usually.
It had us going before we realized we were live. Okay, let's see. Make sure this is working.
Let me share it out right quick.
I usually have music and stuff going, and I didn't even get none of that because I have my true crime stuff, and I was like, well, that's not really appropriate for the show. Maybe, not yet anyways. Oh, caffeine.
Okay.
So normally this is a change for anybody coming in, or if you're watching replay. Normally I do true crime, and I've kind of changed it up. I'm gonna do a little bit of reality TV, and trying to leave the hair down. It may go up in a minute because I'm hot.
Yeah, it's unusually
Those of y'all that are, for those of y'all that are having actual winter, like my husband's in Denver, they have snow. He sent me a video this morning, and I'm like, "Hey,
must be nice."
It's like 78 degrees here.
Yeah, it's. Let me see what. It's 79 here. It's ridiculous.
We're not too much in difference. Let's see what it's actually showing now. It says 76, but it feels 78. So yeah, it's insanely warm for Texas. Well, not for Texas, but for winter.
For January 11th.
Considering what 3 weeks ago we were like in the teens.
Yeah, weather almost killed us. I have a feeling though we're gonna get comfortable and something bad's fixing to happen.
Late January, early February, I think we're gonna have a really bad cold spell again.
Yeah, we're gonna be.
This will come a little early. Usually, when they come in December, then we get another one late January, early February. So, Texas weather, it's a little bipolar. So, there's not. Nobody's here yet. But that's okay. We're just gonna chat. So, everybody who has been watching Sister Wives knows that we're it's been the end of the season. Things are up in the air. And I don't know what Auntie's opinion is on the show. She doesn't know what mine is. We haven't discussed that. We've discussed, the only thing we've said was that we agree with the lifestyle. That's what they choose, kind of thing. So, give me your opinion.
On who?
On the breakdown of where we're at the end of the tell-all.
Well, personally, I saw this coming from Christine. I'm not a Christine fan.
I'm not either. I don't dislike any of them, but I'm not all poor pitiful Christine like everybody else.
No, because I think Christine brought a lot of this on herself. She's always been jealous. She's always kind of separated from the other sister wives. And I just don't think that she's cut out to be part of a polygamist lifestyle.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And
I am a polygamy supporter as long as they're consenting adults and they're not forced into it.
Oh yeah, I have no problem.
Or arranged marriages or any of that. If you're an adult and something you feel chosen to do, by all means do you. Don't force it on anybody else. On the other hand, I also think that what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And if the guy's gonna have more wives, then she should be allowed to have another husband. That's my opinion.
Who would want 2 husbands though?
Well, I don't know.
One is enough.
There could be some fun challenges to that. I mean, as long as you didn't have to, I don't know. If they acted like Kody, no. If they acted like this spoiled brat man, no. I couldn't do it.
I've got one.
That's spooky.
That's the only husband I really want, but I could see myself living that lifestyle if I came in as wife number 2 or 3. Now, coming in as wife number 1 and having my husband.
It would be hard.
Huh?
Yeah, that would be hard.
Yeah, I couldn't do it that way. But if I came in as
that's
wife
why I think with this, I resonate with Meri a lot because even though she felt called to this life, having to redo this all these times with these other women, that would be rough.
And even getting divorced so that Kody could adopt Robyn's kids.
Right. Have you heard of the Snowdens? Yes. Is it Snowdens?
Yeah. They're ain't they all in jail now?
Yeah, is that? I'm trying to think of how I know that. I know it, but I'm like, do I know it?
Sister wife. That shows sister wife.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm excited for the new one that they're advertising, the brother husband, because there was one out, but there's supposed to be a new show coming out. So I'm kind of excited about it. Yeah, that's what Spooky was saying. Brother husband is coming out soon. I'm kind of excited. Maybe I shouldn't drink that Coke because now I'm belching. So if I belch, guys, I'm really sorry. I'm belching over here. So for me with this show, I blame Kody.
You blame Kody?
I blame Kody. Cody's where my fault lays. I don't think he's a good communicator. I don't think he's fair to each wife. And I get frustrated because everybody wants to blame Robyn, or they want to blame I don't agree with that.
No, because I think Robyn is really, her and Janelle are the only two that were really gung-ho on living the lifestyle. They wanted the same house.
I think Meri was, but I think Meri overestimated her ability to handle it. I think she wanted it, but then do I really want it kind of thing. Janelle has always been just kind of happy-go-lucky with whatever.
Yeah, Janelle's my favorite. I love Janelle.
Vicky says she's been watching since the beginning. See, but there's times I don't like Janelle either. There's things about her that drive me crazy, but then I also see how her personality fits with this kind of marriage, because she's just like, I'm going to do me, you do you. I'm perfectly fine, independent by myself. And so that really, if you're going to take on multiple women that need nonstop attention, then you're going to have to give those women nonstop attention or not do it.
Well, I think Christine is one of the ones that needs the nonstop attention.
Right.
Because I've seen her throw her fits. I've seen her get jealous. I've seen her pout. And I fully believe that she threw a fit when Kody said that he was thinking about reconciling with Meri.
I was going to ask you what you thought about that, what your take was. I could see where it would have happened.
Huh?
I could see where it would have happened.
Yeah,
because if you notice,
she threw a fit.
In the tell-all, at first she said that never happened. That didn't happen, and then she's like, "Well, I don't remember." Well, come on, you remember?
Yeah,
you're just now saving face trying to figure out how to get out of what you said.
Yeah, Spooky.
Because at that time, she had serious issues with Meri, because even after Madison gave birth to Axel. Remember when she brings Meri in and was like, we need to talk, and you're making everybody uncomfortable, and I don't like how it feels when you come in the room. And so she was very towards Meri. And so I can see where she would have said, I'm not okay with this. Because maybe she wasn't getting the attention she wanted and figured if Meri come back, she really wasn't going to get any attention. It's possible. I don't necessarily fault her for having those feelings, but own it,
She tried to kiss him that day and he was recalled. That part was weird. Even Meri said she tried to kiss him that day and he was recoiling from her.
Yeah. So
I
could
think
Kody
I
be lying about
scene.
that?
Huh?
Could Kody be lying about that? Yeah, he could be exaggerating. I mean, we've watched him when he communicates. Like there was an episode, I think it was the first episode of this season, where Christine says, I was in this relationship. And he was like, so you want this relationship? She said, no, that's not what I said. I said I was. I don't anymore. So he totally takes her words and flips them for what he wants them and not exactly what she said. He's a horrible communicator. Do
you think he does that on purpose, playing games, or do you think that's just how he is?
Both. Both. I think that because narcissists are so that way that sometimes they do it as a game and sometimes they don't realize they're doing it.
Do you think that the problem in this family is Robyn? Like they all, I don't either.
I think that not her per se. Let me rephrase that. I think that she came in, there had been 16 years since Christine. So you've got a really long time for new relationships. So now you've got these older relationships that have been together for a really long time. Kids are a little bit bigger. I mean, they do have Truly. Truly was born, or she was pregnant with Truly in the beginning of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that shiny new toy syndrome that happens, and he's developing this relationship, and now she's got these younger kids, and they have spent a lot more time. And I think things have shifted, and not everybody is accepting the shift in things, and they blamed Robyn. And instead of bringing her in and making it a family ordeal where everybody was love bombing each other, they kind of put the blame on her.
Mm-hmm. And I honestly don't think Robyn is the problem, because to me, Robyn, I know she gets a lot of flack on
social media is vicious with her.
Yeah.
Because I think he is absolutely pitting them against each other while claiming he wants them to have a bond. Every segment he had was she did X and she did Y. He didn't own a damn thing. He never owned anything. Mm-mm. Never. And it's like, dude, quit blaming them for everything. You own a part. Mm-hmm. You own a part. Absolutely own a part. Robyn said in one of the little clippets where they interview her, she was like, unlike monogamy, when a couple has a fight, they still are in the same home.
Mm-hmm.
With polygamy, the husband, it's really unfair to the wife, because the husband, when he leaves that home, he'll go to another wife and have them to lean on, and that wife that has the issue has nobody. Because the wives don't talk together and lean on each other, and and so they're alone.
Is it common for polygamists to live in different houses like this? Because I always thought that they lived in one big house.
Some do, some don't. I will tell you, I think the move to Flagstaff was their death.
Mm-hmm. They should have stayed in Nevada. They had.
Well, and Robyn is to blame for some of that, because they moved to Flagstaff because Dayton was going to college, and she does have a weird attachment to her children and not letting them. I mean, he has autism, but he is high functioning. That kid he could have gone to college and been okay. And they could have set him up in a neat dorm or a neat apartment. I think he would have been fine. But to uproot your whole family for that, I don't think that was, I mean, they had beautiful homes. They were able to stay close, because when they moved from Lehigh to Vegas, when they were in separate homes for about a year, they weren't that far apart. They were 10 minutes apart, 5 minutes apart, somewhere like right around the corner. So getting together was easy. In Flagstaff, most of the homes are 20 minutes apart, and I think it's an hour from one to the other. And really? Yeah, like I think it's Christine's to Robyn. Christine to Robyn's is like 45 minutes, but it's like 20 minutes to Janelle and 30 minutes to Meri. And I mean, so it's a lot harder to get together. Hey, TCA.
TCA.
Drive safe, honey. Living in separate homes, COVID did it, I think. They all have a huge group of kids who feel like they are not getting any attention. So all the older kids feel slighted, and social media did not help that either. The big C was a huge knock to things. I'm not going to take the seriousness of the pandemic away, but there's a fear factor that hit with a lot of people, and Kody did that. I mean, they were having to wipe the mail down with.
See, I had to be a fear factor with it when it came out too, but I was not wiping down the mail.
See, I did not.
Yeah, it's me, TCA.
And I had a friend that would go get groceries. She would put everything in her garage. She would clean everything with bleach wipes, change her clothes, go inside. And I'm just like, but baby, why? I mean, I can understand maybe wiping things down. I could. But like her husband, when he come home from work, she would make him take his clothes off outside, put on different clothes, bag those clothes into a bag and put them immediately into the washer, go take a shower, change clothes again, and wash those clothes.
Are they still married?
Yes.
Wow. I probably wouldn't be.
He was obsessive so bad, I had to remove myself from the group. I could not, because I was like, you're giving me anxiety. Lighten up. And of course, then we didn't know everything. And so I don't know what her practices kept on as, but I'm like, you can't live like that healthy. That's just not. In the older kids from Kody and them's, they kind of had, because a lot of that age group were like, it's no big deal. It's not real. It's whatever. That's that culture of children seen it that way. So they were kind of bucking the system a little bit. But I think that his rules were just excessive. And then the nanny ended up getting COVID. And they were following.
That's what I want to know too. What the hell does she have a nanny for?
That's what that was my favorite part last season, was when Christine said, "What does the nanny do?"
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
because Kody's there
for older. She's got Ari.
Well, and she had 3 teenagers because they weren't going to college. So you've got Dayton, who would be in college, but they're not doing college, so he's home. And you've got Aurora and Brianna, and they're not in school, so why are they not helping with the little kids? And I'm sorry, I had 3 kids. I didn't have no nanny.
She's got 2 little bitty ones, right?
Right. Yeah,
Ari
but
what Solomon,
is isn't it? Ariella's like 4 and Solomon is 7, 8.
Yeah. So why can't you watch them on your own? I just, they kind of touched on that a little bit, and then they haven't said anything else.
No, they kind of, which is really funny. If you follow, oh dang it, what is the one son's name on TikTok?
The nanny is so Robyn don't have to ask Kody for help, probably.
Spooky says, yeah, I think Kody was pissed his older kids wanted a life and wouldn't stay inside just so he could come spend 45 minutes once a week. They knew he didn't come around before COVID, let alone after. And that's what they've all said.
Mm-hmm.
Peyton has been fun to watch on TikTok. Peyton just calls it out. I
don't watch any of them on social media.
I do. I follow him. I follow Gwendolyn on here. And they are spilling the tea. And I think I have Gwendolyn on TikTok.
Oh, really? They're spilling the tea?
Oh, they spill it. Gwendolyn spilled that Janelle left Kody before they came out on the show and said it. And then she kind of walked it back and was like, no, I didn't mean it, because she realized she wasn't supposed to.
I may need to start following them then.
Oh, it's fun to watch. And Gwendolyn on her YouTube channel, she'll watch the show and then give commentary of what was going on. It's kind of neat.
She has a YouTube channel?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got to look it up.
Yeah, I need to pull it up. Trying to make sure I don't miss any comments. So your take, and Spooky's been watching, so she'll have a take on this. Spooky, do you want to come up? I don't even know. Do you have a panel? You can come up.
Yeah, she gets on panel. Because Spooky's got a lot to say in the chat.
Let's see if I can find my link.
Do you mind if I switch it to my crafting camera and work on this while we talk?
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Just trying to get these puppies done so I can take them to her tomorrow. Whoop, whoop. Oh, yay. Spooky said she'll come up.
TCA, Brandy, when are you going to start doing reality TV? I'm excited for that. Well, this one is one reality show. This one is The Sister Wives.
I'm here for 90 Day Fiance, Sister Wives, all that.
Well, I haven't watched any 90 Day Fiance. I need to. I am.
We should review Brother Husbands.
We need to do brother husbands.
Yeah.
And I do Jersey Shore, guys. I'm a Jersey Shore. I love Jersey Shore. My son got me hooked on that when he was in high school. He was like, "Mom, you're gonna like this show because these girls are hilarious." And I started watching and have been hooked ever since. Hey, Spooky.
Hello, can you hear me?
Good.
Yeah. Can you hear us?
Hey, sorry. Yeah, my stupid earbud, but you can hear me good. It cut you out.
Yeah. Yeah, she's gonna make more
perfect.
puppies. She's got more orders for puppies, and so look at that gnome. It's got a peach-colored hat.
I'm working on it right now. I'm working on the sign that I'm going to have her holding.
Oh my God, she's adorable. I'm gonna have to
order
order a gnome. Look at my gnomes up on the. Can you see my gnomes up there, Auntie?
Yeah, I saw them whenever you logged in.
They're my Christmas decorations, and I don't want to take them down.
Well, I love that, and Auntie makes like them for all seasons, like Valentine's Day, Christmas. So you can just change its outfit and just have them up forever.
Right.
Never take them
so,
down.
Hi, Bender. Welcome to the channel. That's a new name. I don't think I've seen that name.
Bender.
He says, or she says, Kody can say all he wants. Robyn ain't the favorite, but their marriages went downhill when he got Robyn. Well, according to what Christine has shared, things were bad before her.
Yeah, apparently Meri was a real ish whenever they all first got married.
Yeah, and they say Meri has been difficult, and I think that she is a very strong type A personality and wants things very specifically. And I do think that maybe early on she thought, I'm the first wife, so I'm queen.
Yeah.
And
well, I mean,
that
I would
attitude
too, wouldn't you?
Oh, I would. I would in a heartbeat.
Well,
I could not live
with her brother. Initially, I think Janelle was with Meri's brother in the beginning or something like that.
Yes, she was married. Her first marriage was to Meri's brother.
Yeah, there's a lot of
it's just weird though that she's so strong and like wants things a certain way, and then would have a situation like that where there's multiple queens of the castle, so to speak. Like she said, like where things were put in the kitchen, what they made for dinner. They would fight over all of that.
Real piece of work over the kitchen.
Well, remember how in first season they showed like the setup of the house, and how I remember them saying how like it was set up so the kids weren't running through Meri's house to get to the other wife's area, and like probably her not being able to have any more children was hard watching them all, because I think they didn't have any until all three were there. Then the babies came.
Right.
So it was like hard to watch them.
And
I remember Robyn like
miscarriages.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
She had several miscarriages.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it was like hard for her. And then I remember Robyn offering to do a surrogate minutes after giving birth. Comes out with, I'll have the baby for you. And I don't know, I think back then Meri was trying, but that catfish thing, Kody is such a narcissist that like he was like
ruined it between those two.
Yeah.
And that was one of the first clues to me that there was more going on than we were being told. I feel really lied to with the show. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like the family has lied to us. I try to keep my hair down and I can't do it. I'm too hot. She was starting to have empty nest syndrome. I mean, Mariah was older, which Mariah evidently now is Leon.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Mariah, what?
And so Mariah is Leon now. She's
what?
You did not know this?
I didn't know that. I said I don't follow them hardly on social media.
I want to make sure that I'm being correct with that.
Well, it's weird how she's not.
Mariah feels
she used to kind of dabble in being part of the show, but she hasn't been at all like the last 2 seasons, right?
Right. And it could maybe because this was in 2021 when the show just aired. That's when it was filmed. So maybe it was just in the beginning of her kind of finding herself and being Leon. Audrey had decided that she was male, and I don't remember what her name is, though.
What? They both switched?
Yes.
They're both dudes now?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I love that for so many reasons. Like, I don't know, Kody, I can tell he's very aware of the comments about him that are made. And I think lately he's been very careful.
I think he is such a narcissist, he doesn't see it.
Yeah, I think he hates the way people perceive him on social media. And then you got those great clips of the wasted scene where he's like yelling and he says it all funny. Oh my gosh. I play that.
See, I guess I'm the only one here that actually likes Kody.
Really? I used to.
Yeah.
I used to. For me, where it started falling apart was when, and I don't remember what season it was. And when we go through seasons, we'll do seasons by seasons. That way we can kind of break down and show where things started falling apart.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I research so that whatever clip I show on here, I don't want to get in trouble for it.
Bender's going to say, but Kody just leeches off his wife.
Yes, Bender, their religion does not accept gay rights in any form or fashion. They spoke out back when Mariah came out as being lesbian that they were going to support their children and they weren't going to listen to that part of the religion and stand with their kids. And I agree with that. I don't know what their church thinks about it.
I don't even think they're religious at all.
Huh?
I don't think they even partake in the religion at all and haven't for a long
they're not
time.
even a part of their church anymore, really.
Well, they used to be, and then Kody started doing Sunday sermons himself, or so did he?
When they went to Vegas, they didn't have a church, so they started doing it themselves.
Well, you know what he does for a living, right? Like what his job is?
He's doing gun sales now.
And I don't know if I'm not really sure if that's like against anything that I have no idea, but I just kind of thought maybe at least contradicted some of it, you know?
Well, he used to do advertisement sales, and so I don't know what happened with that.
Yeah, that's what I remember him doing. I didn't know he was in gun sales now.
Yeah, they were.
I don't think TLC will let him like talk about it. Maybe I think because it's like guns.
Yeah, and it was really the groups on Facebook that outed him for that.
Yeah,
he was spotted by fans at a gun show, and they took pictures and shared it. And come to find out that's not what he does. I think he does cameos. He was charging on Instagram to do a personalized message was like $100 for a 30-second thing or something like that. I don't know. It was very weird. Where the wives, theirs were like $50. His was like double or triple. I'm like, dude, nobody wants to talk to you.
Right.
Nobody wants to talk to you. But for me,
well, no, that's how he thinks, though. He thinks he's the superstar.
That's the narcissist. That's the narcissist in him. For me, where I saw it falling apart was when him and Christine. God, this was probably back season 12, maybe. They were going away for their anniversary and they were having issues, and so they took their therapist with them.
If
you have to go on a trip for your anniversary and you have to take a therapist with you, there's some serious issues.
Right.
Like, who the hell does that? And so they've got the therapist with them, and I think she did amazing work with them. I love listening to her talk to them. But she's trying to get them to do the little task on the beach for them, how they see their relationship. And he's all about family. And Christine's, but it's about us. And he's like, we're family. He wouldn't focus on their relationship. And that, to me.
See, that's weird. Yeah, that's weird.
Even if it is about the family, a house is no good without the foundation. And you've got 4 wives.
What's he say all the time? Well, what does he say all the time about how everyone has their own autonomy they all operate separately, but as a whole. Like that was his whole thing in the beginning. And I think that applies there too. Yeah, you are a family, but there are things that you guys have between each other that are equally as important.
Right. Right. Yeah. If you're not nurturing those relationships, it's nothing. And you can take the way I've kind of looked at it is there's 4 wives, so you've got, the 4 pillars of the home. And if you don't take care of that one pillar and it crumbles, that house is going to shift. And that's what's happened.
True.
It's exactly what happened. He has lost it over Christine saying, "I'm out of here. I'm done. I'm over it. I can't do this." Huh?
I felt like during that, like every time, like the one scene with Janelle, I don't remember what they were. I think it was maybe the one where they were out to dinner, and he's like, "Well, I'm grieving," and they're like, "Okay, but your attitude is so bad that you're just ruining and spoiling all these other relationships too, like that are equally as important and that at the time were working." But he was just caught up in he's got the tunnel vision on. And I think that's what pushed Janelle. She was like, screw it.
Well, for her, with him coming at her about the kids last season, they need to get out so I can come. And she's like, "You're never here anyways, so why would I make my kids get out?" I mean,
I thought that wasn't that Janelle that said that too.
Yes. And I love that she was still defending her children. Now, come on. At some point, your adult children need to be adult children. And you do have to choose your spouse over your kids at some point, but not when he's not choosing you.
Right. Yeah, exactly. She knows she's second tier.
I mean, she has said that she was okay with the lack of intimacy and where they were best friends, and she was okay with that. And I guess that's good for some people. Him telling Christine that people live and lack intimacy in their marriages for years and they're fine. Are they? Are they?
Who does that benefit? You or your contract with TLC paying your bills? I said, who does that benefit? Like, that benefits the contract with TLC that they all stay. Because he's not scared of being alone.
It's really not healthy that
way.
Well, if you've got one person of the marriage that needs the intimacy and the other person needs the intimacy, but he's getting it elsewhere, that's not healthy.
No.
Yeah. Because you can't, I can understand it if we were both the type of people that just didn't need the intimacy, that they were fine with it. Kind of like him and Janelle were. I could totally understand that. But you can't have one party say, "I need intimacy," and you're like, "I ain't giving it to you. I'm not attracted to you." But he's going elsewhere. No, that's not how life works. It's just not.
Well, he said he wasn't attracted to her because she was acting like a, what?
Hi, Kristen. Welcome.
To everybody else.
Divorce is expensive, but none of them are legally married. He's only legally married to Robyn. So there's no expenses that need to go into it other than they got to divide the money. And I love how he always says, my money, and then our money. It's never my money and her money and our money. It's my money and our money. And so it's like, dude, come on. You don't have a show without your wives.
And Janelle just said that. She said something similar, how he's more interested in her buying power than her being around. He wants her ability to purchase homes and all of that over just her.
Well, and she kind of outed them big time on the fact that they could have already paid off Kody past had they not bought these other homes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The money they had to put down have a house. Homes, they could have paid off Kody past.
Yep.
And they didn't buy just regular homes. These are multi-million-dollar.
Yes, Robyn's home is $800. What is it? $860,000 home is what Robyn's house cost.
Mm-hmm. And how many kids do they have between them? Like 5, I think.
She
Who, him
has
and Robyn?
3 from the previous marriage
They
and the
got
2
2.
younger ones because there's Dayton, Aurora, Brianna, Solomon, and Ariella.
Oh yeah. I keep forgetting about Dayton because he's not been on the show lately either.
He's had one cameo, I think, where he was just kind of in the picture when they were talking.
Yeah.
One thing that bothered me on this season was he didn't want Christine telling Truly until he was ready. Everybody knew. They had already told Robyn's children, including Solomon and Ariella. So everybody in the family knew but Truly. And he was shocked Truly found out. How can you be
I don't think
shocked?
they don't really communicate with each other though because of the big C. That's the thing. So really had no interaction with Ariella and Solomon.
Right. And so I think Truly handled it fine. I don't think it was a huge shock because she's like, well, wait, you're already divorced, so this is how things have been. Okay, fine, whatever. I think she was more excited to be able to spend more time with her other family anyway. I know when my parents got a divorce, I was 12. And I remember my dad sitting me down and telling me him and mom are getting a divorce. And I was like, finally. Really? And Dad was shocked. He was like, not upset. I'm like, look, you guys have made life miserable. I just want y'all happy, and I'm tired of the fighting. Because my parents fought like World War III. It was not funny. And it was a relief to see that they're finally going to find some peace. And so that's kind of how I pictured Truly with it. She was just kind of like, okay, whatever. Can I go call Aspen now? So, she went and called Aspen, the older sister. And that's who she talked to. And that, I'm glad that she has the ability to do that. And I think the grandmother talked to her. What are you making, Auntie?
I'm making one of the teeny tiny dogs. I got to make 2 of these and then a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Purple and pink.
And so, let's see, what else was it on this season that was mind-blowing? And the tell-alls. Meri was, and I can see where Meri was hurt because he's like, she didn't okay this with me. I had no say in this. She's just done with me. And he's been saying him and Meri are done, but he hasn't talked to Meri about it. And she's like, that kind of bothers me. I didn't get the same.
Yeah.
And,
I poor Meri. Meri has.
Oh, sorry. I feel like
she had actually heard it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that one.
I think there's a delay. I think there's a delay in hearing each other.
I'm gonna come back up. I'm gonna open it. I'm through YouTube right now, so I'm gonna go through Safari by itself and see if that's better.
Okay,
I'll be back in a second.
Okay. Yeah, I think that Meri has hung on. I have to wonder, it kind of makes you wonder, has he been kind of giving her little hints that there would be a chance to fix things and keep a family together?
Not that they've shown on TV. I mean, we don't know what goes on when the cameras
turn off. But why, I've always wondered, why has she hung on? It wasn't for the money, because she makes more money than he does. Well, if you don't count everybody else's money. And, she kind of had her own life. She had friends that she did things with and went about life with. And
but see, I think Meri is one of those, she strongly believes in the religious aspect of all that. I think that's why she stays, because I think she's a little bit more devout than the other sister wives.
She truly felt called to marriage.
And I think that's why she stays, because she feels that that's her calling.
I have. Oh, hold on. Let me let her back up. That was you, wasn't it?
Yes, that's me.
Are you? I'm opening up. I have. What did I do with it? Meri put out a statement yesterday. Let me figure out how to do this where my private information isn't shown. Okay, I think this will work. So let's do. Screen.
No, they aren't finding divorce is expensive, so it's easier to stay married. They don't have to. They don't have to.
Yeah, there's no divorce to be had. It's just verbal. So this is Meri Brown's Facebook yesterday. She says, "Today I reclaim my power. Last month's article by the Red People magazine, quoting me as saying that I had confirmed that Kody and I had separated was a complete lie. The information, content, and timing was inaccurate and was based on a highly edited version of events that had been filmed months prior.
Oh.
In the months since the taping of those interviews, Kody and I have had many open and honest discussions that have led our announcement to today. There is so much more to be told about this story, and I assure you my truth will be told. But for now, that there is peace in my heart, and I hold no animosity towards Kody. I am not, and pray that I will never be, in a place where I will enjoy making or seeing you make rude and demeaning comments about him. You likely will have a range of emotions and opinions at the news and want to offer comments. In doing so, please be considerate of the fact that we are real people with real lives and real emotions. Please try to refrain from congratulating me at the breakup of my marriage. I value the relationship I had and look forward to stepping into 2023 and my future with grace, kindness, and power. Step into kindness with me, put positive energy out into the world, worthy up."
So she
and
did.
then her statement is, and yeah, she says, "In light of recent unapproved press release, we feel compelled to share our own truth in our own way and in our own timing. After more than a decade of working on our relationship in our own unique ways, we have made the decision to permanently terminate our marriage and relationship. During this process, we are committed to the kindness and respect towards each other and to all members of our family, and we are also committed to the continued healing of any and all relationship within the family so that we can move forward in forgiveness, grace, and love. And kindness, Meri and Kody."
So damn, I mean, he lost Christine. Him and Janelle are separated. Now Meri flew the coop. So
yeah,
I guess there's not going to be another season, huh?
Well, I don't know what they're going to do because the contract says 2 more years, 2 more seasons.
Really?
Yeah. So
we're going to get to see
maybe they'll film what's all going on this year. I mean, they've been filming. So maybe it'll go from that. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do.
I would be interested in watching all of that. I mean, they owe it to us.
Right.
And we've watched this
a little bit more explanation. I feel the other day, I think when it ended the other day, I was like, I feel lied to.
Yeah.
Because, the wives are coming out and saying, Christine was saying that things were bad before she got pregnant with Truly. And I'm like, you made this picture look like things were great. I mean, in Las Vegas, you could start seeing cracks. And as they're talking about moving to Flagstaff, the whole time I'm going, bad idea, guys. Bad idea. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, they
don't want to do this.
Homes there.
Oh, those homes were beautiful.
They were.
Yeah.
People have given Meri hell because I don't know. I think I would like to a degree. I don't know.
I wouldn't want the heat.
There's not enough trees there.
Yeah, I mean it's desert.
Girl, we're in Texas. We have heat.
Yeah, but I don't want to move somewhere where there's more heat.
Yeah, I heard Houston was super nice today.
Oh, we're like high 70s today. It's beautiful.
I'm at 83.
No way.
Yeah.
It's so
The
cold here
sun is
today. I
out.
don't even know.
It might dry up a swamp. My yard is a freaking swamp, so it might dry up. And then again, we get rain Monday. So hey, it's like, stop with the rain. Stop.
What's a little
y'all get
more?
rain Monday?
I think so. Some part early next week we're supposed to get more rain. I just can't. I'm done. I'm over it.
See, we haven't had rain since 1990.
When they built those houses. Right. It's like God said he would not flood the earth again, that it wasn't going to rain 40 days and nights again, but he's cutting it close. Kristen says boo, it's 31 in New York. I'm so sorry.
I would love for it to be
you're having
31.
No. Now look, if we could have their cold where it's a little bit drier and maybe some snow, not this wet, cold crap that we have in Texas.
I don't have anything wet up here. We are like dry as a bone up here.
Girl, it's miserable here. Absolutely horrible.
Really? We have not had any rain in like 3 weeks.
PCA the other day, girl, we had 3 inches Saturday night. That week I'd already had 7 inches. I've had rain. Oh, I've had rain. Enough.
Oh, it's bone dry up here in North Texas.
TCA the other day, she was like, "Oh, I just come in. I got to bathe the dog. She gets muddy. And I'm so sick of this." And I said, "Girl, don't talk to me about mud. Don't even." So I sent her a picture of my yard and she's like, "Yeah, I'm never complaining again." I have to wear mud boots to take the dogs outside.
See,
I'm having to sweep my floor, and I really need to mop it every day, but my back just can't do that. So yeah, there's mud. You can track my dogs through the house.
Yeah, I just got my first dog, and I'm dealing with that.
Kristen says they just had a blizzard in the area. We got over 5 feet of snow. 2 weeks later, all the snow was gone. Wow. Hi, Kim.
Hey, Kim.
How are you, Ladybug? Yeah, my husband's in Denver, and it's 37.
It's okay. We're complaining about this heat right now, but usually when we have something like this, the bottom's going to fall out here in a few weeks.
What's going to happen is when we're complaining it's cold, they're going to laugh at us.
Yeah. But see, our weather's been trying to kill us over the past couple of years.
Because we don't get to have normal winters. We get to have winters that make Texas freak out. California is flooding with several feet of water. I saw that earlier, Jules. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Is it Jules? I think it's Jules. Jules G. I like how you spell that.
Yeah, Jules.
So I'm hoping everybody in California is okay. I mean, I saw like a mudslide thing on one of the highways. I was like, holy crap. Yeah, I'm in swamp country. Swamp. Let me say that again. Swamp country, right by Louisiana. So it's a muddy mess. I'm waiting. I've been watching for gators because, at any point I can have a gator come up in the yard. It's like, oh, look how pretty that is.
Yeah, this is downtown Detroit.
Pretty.
Where is that?
That's what it looks like here today. Like downtown Detroit by the Big 3, all that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, this is where I work for now. It's like 40 here today. Yeah, wow. I'm on my last week of work here.
Yes, Kim, I'm changing it up a little bit. I want to do a little bit of everything. Have some fun. And we've mentioned, me and Auntie have talked a couple of times about Sister Wives because we're both fans. And so it's like, you know what? With all the controversy happening, let's do it.
Yeah, right now is a good time to be talking about them Sister Wives, apparently, because I didn't know all that. Well, I didn't know about Meri. And I didn't know about Mariah and all that. That's interesting.
Yeah, see, I have Meri on Facebook, and then I have Peyton and Christine and Janelle on TikTok, and then I need to follow Gwendolyn here on YouTube.
Yeah, Gwen
and they just had, she is funny as hell. They just had Logan's wedding, which is Janelle and Kody's oldest. He's actually the oldest of all the siblings. He just got married last month, I think it was. And when the picture came out, that was, I mean, social media went nuts because Robyn and Kody were at the back of the seating area where everybody, they weren't up with the family. They were in the very back. And usually when they've had family functions, Kody will sit with whatever wife's child it is. And he was not with them. And the pictures of the family dancing, he wasn't even in those pictures.
Really?
Yeah. So that was, I was
Thank
like,
God.
oh. I don't know. I think I love to
dancing.
watch dancing because I mean, to be that carefree and dance like that, I love it. It's hilarious. I mean,
They
it was
used
like
to always
in the
put on
beginning,
those
yeah,
little musical things.
but now it seems really fake, and he's like trying so hard to be this quirky dude. Lately, like
I think
last,
he's one of those that's. I think he's one of those that's quirky and then just looks. I almost said a word that was going to get me in trouble. Weird. Just looks weird. It doesn't fit him.
Yeah,
because he's too
awkward
controlled
now.
and too hyperactive. Yeah,
Yes,
he has to be.
That's a better way to
like when he's doing Janelle's trailer, he's in and he's trying to level the trailer and he's bing, 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 bing. I'm like, dude, slow down. Just take a breath, chill out a minute, and do the job because he's all over the place. I mean,
yeah, I noticed that too. And Janelle just stands there, like waiting for him to like do what he needs to do, and then split. Like I don't think he ever.
She's just kind of like looking at him, like, "Can you take a breath yet?"
Right.
I mean, and I hate doing this kind of speculation, but I've always wondered if he's not on something because of how.
That's what my old man said too.
I mean, because he's
super
manic. Like it's weird. It's just weird.
Yeah, he's manic. It's almost like he comes over to Janelle's and he's just like do, and then I gotta go on to the next thing.
Right.
12 kids.
Just
I gotta go. But I think she's always liked it that way. They make a lot of money off the show, so
yeah, they
gotta.
Somebody broke that down the other day. It's like each episode. Look, I hit it again. Dang it! I didn't mean to do that second time. Each episode they get like $700,000 something. They get a lot of money.
How do you think they can afford all them high-priced houses and stuff?
Yeah. Well, I heard that they had to like wager their amount for the season. I think it would be like the season that aired in 2020. Maybe they had to take like a pay cut for them to continue filming them. I don't know if that's true. I probably heard that on it.
I think you're right.
There might have been. Hi, Mr. Kim. There might have been a pay cut for because they didn't have camera crews out, so they wouldn't, have needed that. So they could have had to take some kind of cut.
Oh yeah, they did film a lot themselves this year.
Yeah, they filmed everything themselves last season.
I love that one episode where like they're arguing and then he goes to say something and he stops and then like walks further down and like turns around, like because he knew like the camera couldn't see him say the thing he was doing. That was funny.
Well, he was really, really cruel to Christine on the last meeting they had when she was about selling the house. It was like knife in the kidney, and I'm like, what? You're being an ass.
Yeah, and then
here
comes the meme.
So.
Kim's cracking me up.
Yeah.
What?
The other Kim.
I didn't see the chat.
He says, "What?" I look at you like, "Dang, when are you going to stop talking, Mr. Kim?"
They're so funny.
Y'all are so funny. Where was I going with that? I had a whole train of thought and I lost it. I did this the other day. I went to say something to my husband and like total train wreck and forgot. And I just stood there looking at him and he was like, "What?" And I went, "I don't know what I was saying." I have no idea where I was going with that conversation.
You're just buffering.
That's an age thing because I do it all the time too.
Oh.
I'm gonna mute because I gotta clean the
Oh.
shower and it's gonna be like super loud. But I'll be
Okay.
here listening.
It's because I broke my glasses. Look, Mr. Kim, if I break my glasses, we have an issue. I can't see shit. I am blind. It's not even funny.
Should I have 3 pairs of glasses? I have to have 1 pair to drive, 1 pair for, just normal wear, and 1 pair for my computer.
Girl, these are the cheapest I can go. We have a little place here called $25 Optical. So, like, I get these frames. Look, that's blurry. The whole screen is blurry. I think I paid $40 for the frames, but by the time I get through with my prescription and the stupid bifocal, I've spent $300.
Oh, yeah. Easily, because I have the no-line bifocal in my sunglasses and in my regular glasses, and then I have a separate pair of computer glasses.
Kim, they get hundreds of thousands per episode. Like, because I'm also a Jersey Shore fan, and so there is a new Jersey Shore family vacation coming out at the end of the month, and so I will be talking about that because I love my Jersey Shore, and I'm like, why didn't they do reality TV when I was in my 20s? I could have been stupid on TV for a couple hundred thousand.
Oh, you know it.
I mean, come on. Why not pay me to be stupid in my 20s? I make messed up faces trying to see what the hell she's talking about, but then I realize my face is scrunched up. What the hell is weird? Well, like lately, I feel like I have to turn down the sound in my car to see when I back out. I don't understand it. All right. And I noticed I do that too. It must be an age thing. And I used to make fun of my mother for doing that. I'm like, wait, turn this down. And I can't have my seatbelt on when I back up. I have to take my seatbelt off. And I have a backup camera, but I still have to take my seatbelt off. But yeah, I have to turn the radio down. And it just, why? Why do we do that?
Because we're
But
old.
I do wish they had reality TV when I was in my 20s and 30s.
They did.
I would have signed up, and
they had MTV's The Real World. That's a reality.
Okay, but that wasn't in my 20s.
Oh,
I'm 50.
I'm 52. I can't remember when it was. My 20s, 30s, they all blend into me now.
Yeah, I don't remember it. I mean, maybe, but I don't remember it. But yeah, I mean, I grew up down in Corpus Christi where the beach is and the lake out there. And we could have been all kinds of stupid on camera for money.
Oh, heck yeah.
Do they, Kim? He is such an inspiration, Mike from Jersey Shore. He was an ass. He drove me crazy in the seasons when they were young, and then he got sober. And it was like turned his life around. It's kind of like now I'm like, no, I like him. Now I'm like, okay, I really like this dude. He's a cool dude. Yeah, we had Jerry Springer and Meri. That was it. The test results are you are not the father. That was you lived for Meri and you lived for Jerry Springer and what was his bodyguard? Dave? Was it Dave?
Steve Wilkos.
Steve Wilkos. You lived for him getting up in the middle. That was our reality TV.
Dude, a classmate of mine was on Steve Wilkos. I think the episode is like, "You bit my baby" or something like that. Some kid I went to school with.
You bit my baby?
Yeah, I think it's like, "You bit my baby" or something. I didn't know the kid. He was like the grade below me, but yeah.
So,
fun
do I have any Yellowstone fans?
My husband, I watch it kinda, not. I'm not dedicated to it.
Beth Dutton is my spirit animal. I'm just saying, and so I made this really cool cup. And on the bottom, it's spiked sparkling water with a hint of "fuck you," and then on the back it says, "I don't speak dipshit," but the nutritional facts on the cup. Beautiful, 100%. Bossy, 100%. Loyal, 500%. Opinionated, 500%. Sarcastic, 1,000%. Fucks given, 0. I love that quote. And you don't like Beth Dutton?
Yeah, I heard you.
No, she's too much drama.
I heard you guys talking about 90 Day Fiancé earlier. I haven't watched that show, but the season with Danielle and the other guy, Muhammad. Oh God, I loved that season.
Danielle was stupid.
I
I
know.
mean, anybody could see that fool was using her.
Yeah, and then
Cam,
Muhammad.
Kevin Costner all day, any day, every day. She's a Kevin Costner lover, dude.
yeah,
We can
Kevin
share
Costner.
his season.
My husband is all off into that show. I kind of sit there and play my Yahtzee app on my phone and kind of halfway watch it.
Oh, it's one of my favorite shows. And if you have
Oh,
not
I
watched
do.
Country yet, which is on, I think CBS. I think we watched on Paramount because I can watch all of it without commercials. Highly recommend it. So good.
What is it?
Fire Country.
Fire Country. Never heard of it.
It's about a young guy, and he's also plays on SEAL team, but he goes to jail, and part of his early release is they have a fire unit that is inmates, and he was supposed to go to a different area, and they took him to his hometown, and he was driving the car that killed his little sister, and they kind of have family dynamics, and it's a really cool show. I'm down to throw me into something making out with Kevin Costner, but as far as I get was Ben Stiller. That's hilarious. So on this season, now towards the end, we've got Kody losing his shit over Christine.
I'll be back. I'm getting a phone call.
Okay. It's really funny because they've always been told they have the right to make their choices.
Mm-hmm.
Free to make their choices. She's made her choice and now he throws a fit. But it's about the money the whole time. It's my money, my money. I don't want you to get some guy that's going to take my money. And it's not even his fucking money. Excuse the language. By the way, if you're new here, F-bombs are dropped. And so, and he's now split with Janelle. They've announced that, which I thought was weird. I kind of thought that they would hold out and announce that next season because it would be something they could film into the show and make it more about like they did with Christine, but they didn't do that. And things just look bleak. So I don't know what holds for the polygamist family when there's no polygamy happening.
Well, it could be. I bet he gets another wife.
Christine said the other day he doesn't need another wife, that he's not. Well, how did she put it? I don't remember how she put it, but she's like, when he can't do it, and he's not.
Think about it. Think about it this way. TLC pays them a hell of a lot of money. And if they lose that TLC income, they're going to go
what are they going to do?
Yeah, so
because that's how
they have to do something now. I bet he takes another wife or he starts dating.
They've never built their life to be sustainable after a show.
Oh,
because they keep all buying these humongous homes. The only ones that can sustain themselves are Christine and Meri. Janelle's put all her money into everything else. They've taken her money.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't have much. She put her money into that fifth wheel, which I thought was hilarious. People that have never done the travel trailer life and think it's exciting and fun until they get into one and realize what the hell was I thinking.
It sounds great in theory.
It does in theory if you know what you're doing and it's set up and left there, not to be moved every 4 months. Or moved out for winter. She couldn't do winter out there in a travel trailer. There's no way you can live in a travel trailer in those mountains in the winter. It's ridiculous. We did a travel trailer for 4 or 5 months. And it was just me and my husband. No. Well, and 900 animals. No, I'm not doing it again. Ever. Mm-mm. Yeah, Jules, I think it was something along that lines. Everything else is spelled, why is he going to try it again or something like that. It was funny. She's had a whole lot of funny statements, just like when he mentioned wanting Truly 50% of the time, and she was like, you could have had her 50% of the time here, you know? And she dropped the F-bomb, and I thought that was hilarious. I died laughing with that one. She's had her fill. And then he goes, oh, that was the other thing. He goes and does the wedding with his friend.
Mm-hmm.
When he couldn't go to surgery with his daughter.
Yeah, I think that I didn't agree with him on that. He should have been at surgery.
Well, and then it was all, she just can't wait. She's in pain.
Yeah, I mean,
her pain is a little more important. Yeah, he could have easily done something. I mean, maybe not been there the whole time. Go like right before, stay with her a day or two after, come home, do a quarantine, get tested, go be with your other family. You know?
Yeah, I mean, because she was going to be there for 6 weeks or something like that.
He should have done something to be there that day.
Yeah.
Just because she was very close to her
surgery anyway.
Huh?
I said at least the day of the surgery.
Right. And that was a serious surgery.
Yeah. They totally refused her spine.
Well, and then not even communicating with anybody afterwards and explaining it in a way where people would go, okay, I kind of understand. I mean, he didn't even want her to go to school because he was like, well, she's going to choose her friends. Then I just won't get to see her. I asked Brianna not to. Why not ask Isabel not to? So that you can see her. But then you go do a wedding. No, get out of here with that.
Yeah, that kind of...
Jules, I officially hated him after that episode. I think everybody then said, I hate you. I think that was when everybody was like, no.
I hated him for that one action, but other than that, you know, yeah, I thought that
in the beginning, crappy. I really liked him. In the beginning, I was like, hey, I'm all about this. You know, functioning adults with a good relationship and taking care of their kids and all of that. And then it kind of started, I mean, I hated how he treated Meri with the catfishing thing. I understood her reason. I understood how she could have gotten that position. She was alone. She was the only one with one kid. She was having outs with the other sister wives. She felt totally alone and developed a friendship online, and it bit her in the ass. And I felt for her, and I felt like they were harshly judging her, especially him. And that's kind of when, for me, I started going, dude, I'm kind of not liking you. You're irritating me.
See, I didn't blame him for getting all over her for that.
I blamed him for leaving her that way, because had he been nurturing that relationship, she wouldn't have been needing to find something outside.
True.
And that's where it fails, when they don't nurture each relationship. And that's where things just went bad. And was she easy to get along with? No, she wasn't.
No.
But he evidently isn't either. But yeah, and even Isabel was like, wait, he couldn't come to my surgery, but he's going to a wedding?
Yeah, and that wedding was what? Just back to back with the surgery.
Yeah, he drove all the way to Oklahoma. I think surgery was probably a few months before, because, you know, we have to remember this was all taped a year ago, so it's been a bit. So I don't know time-wise. Why is there's a weird blur, and so it's driving me crazy. I don't know how long from surgery to that incident. I'm not too sure of. 6 months maybe, tops. But still, I mean, that was in late 2020, and this was middle, so 6 months maybe. I don't think it was a year. But still,
no, it was,
he could have made arrangements to go be with his kid. Somehow. Even if it was just for the day of surgery and staying until the day after, making sure she's kind of getting up and then going home. You know, that was frustrating. Very frustrating.
Yeah, good.
And so I'm trying to think, where else we at in the tell-all. I would go through the gates of hell if my son needed it. Same. Even now, my kids are adults. My youngest is 26. Even now. And they will tell you, Mom is a tiger. They will hold off telling me things because they know I'm vicious when it comes to my kids. Even when they're wrong, I will sit here privately and say, you fucked up. But publicly, nah, you ain't messing with my kids. And this was, I mean, she had been in pain for a really long time. Isabel's
It wasn't like something just happened. And
no, she has been going through scoliosis since she was 12, I want to say. So she had been and through many different therapies and things. And I mean, she had a serious 54-degree curvature.
Something like that. I know she was in a back brace for a long time, and she went to this other place where it was like homeopathic therapy or something like that.
Yeah, and they did like a weird brace and some exercises, and none of that was working. I mean, she's tried everything under the sun. She was at the point where all thing she could do was pain medications, and that wasn't even really helping. And is it really a way to live on pain medicines? I would be more scared of somebody living on pain medications and what could happen as a result. I mean, it messes with your organs. You become addicted. It just, no.
I be on like opioid type painkiller.
Yeah, we're not talking like little hydrocodone. She was on
we're talking the Oxycontin and
the good stuff. The stuff that's hard to get when you're hurting. And so I lost all respect for that incident because she needed him.
Yeah, I was very irritated at it, but
and then
it made me just, get on a Kody hate train or nothing.
I was struggling with him anyways. Gabe's interview this season broke my heart. Gabe broke my heart because he just wants his dad.
Yeah.
He just wants to be able to have a conversation and do something with his dad. And Kody can't communicate. He's just not a communicator. And in that lifestyle, if you're not going to communicate, it's just not going to be successful. And then to say his son just wanted to get their pencil wet. What? That was disrespectful in so many ways.
To say about your child.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I may say that to other people. Oh, my battery's dying. Hold on.
My phone or something.
And it was charged. Well, let me turn my camera off. Okay. It really sucks the battery when you're live.
Are you talking about your phone or on your computer?
My computer.
Oh, see, I keep mine plugged in all the time, even though it's a laptop.
Now if I can get flipping. There we go. Okay, that's better.
You in business? You back in business?
Yeah. Yep, it's just plugged in. I heard it beep while ago, and I thought it was something else. And then I heard it beeping just then. Well, I thought Spooky was back. So I was looking for her. I'm like, oh, no, that's the battery. Jasper, get out of the cabinets.
Cat, dog?
Cat.
Cat.
He's bored, so he's in all of my cabinets. He literally opens cabinets, gets in there. I'll go in there to pull a pot out, and he'll be inside the pot.
Oh,
and
gosh.
The cabinets have been closed.
No, I'm glad my dogs don't do that.
He's one of my rescues. Well, all of them but one are a rescue on my cats.
Oh.
I don't see fat ass. My one cat, Jagger, he's my bobtail. Mm-hmm. He's the one that a lot of times will get up here and you'll hear him. It sounds like a bird chirping when he purrs. He is my I I wanted a bobtail cat. We'd been in a discussion to get a bobtail cat, and I'd been told no a couple times, and I was pouting, and he said, just go get it because you're going to anyways. So I went to get the cat. And I go get the cat in the truck in the driveway. I was like, oh, her husband works with my husband. Yay. And I go in, hey, girl. And I pick my cat. I'm headed home. I'm going over this humongous bridge that we have out here. And it's like the tallest bridge in Texas. It's huge. The cat's in the window. I've got the cutest pictures of him. He will ride, even now, will ride in the window of the car. And my husband calls me and says, what are you doing? And I went, out running errands. He said, really? I said, yeah. He's like, where'd you go? A couple different places. He's like, so you went and got the cat? And I went, how did you know I went and got the cat? And he was like, Vince called me. And I'm like, that asshole. I had called him and said, hey, I just seen your wife. And he was like, I just see my wife. He's at my house. He's like, what's my wife doing at your house? Like, she was getting a cat from my wife. And he was like, I'm going to kill her.
How many cats do you have?
I have 4.
4. Oh, gosh.
4 cats. 3 of them are rescues. Jasper I found in the parking lot at Walmart. He was underneath my car. He was about 3-4 weeks old. And then Baby Kitty and Taz were orphans that I hand fed. And I had 7 that I hand fed, and all of them went into another cat lady rescue person, and they all got homes. And these 2 I kept.
Oh.
Baby Kitty's litter, there were 8, and she was the only survivor. They just kept dying. They were premature babies. And at about 7-8 days old, I'd had no sleep because I was feeding her every 2 hours. And I'm like, if you pull through this, you never have to worry about a home. And she pulled through. She's queen. She's the smallest one, and she rules the house.
It's probably a good thing I'm allergic to them, or else I'd have a house full of them. I love cats.
I love them, but I hate the litter box. I really hate the litter box. I'm going to save up and buy the automatic one that cleans it and does it all for myself.
So litter robot. Yep.
Yes, I want those.
My sister had 2 of them. Yeah.
Wow.
They're like $500 a piece. She's been she saved for like a year and got them. She's like, just get one. I'm like,
I'm going to do it. I'm going to save up. I'm going to have to. Because my husband was like, oh, you want to get one of those? I said, baby, look at the price. And he went, oh, never mind. That's like, now, if you want me to spend that on one, I'm all about it.
I think so, because you're breathing in a lot of things when you're manually scooping it, and that kind of does that for you. So, and they do get messy. My other sister has one as well, and like hers is always like, there's litter all over the place because she just doesn't want to deal with it. But if like you take care of it and follow, like it'll tell you when it needs cleaning and like text your phone or whatever. It's pretty cool.
See, now texting me and saying in your litter box would probably help.
Yeah, it's like works over like your Bluetooth or something.
Yeah, I mean, I have a regular zoo here, guys. I have the 7 dogs, and then somebody asked me the other day how many quail I had, and I don't know. I think I'm at 80 quail. Hey, Michelle.
Yeah, you definitely need that for sure. Just to help you manage all that. Totally.
Yeah. That's why somebody said, why do you not have more time to do that? I was like, with all of these animals, I am not just free to do whatever all day long.
I'm almost scared to ask, but what do you do with the quail?
Eat them.
I was afraid you'd say
quail
that.
Eggs, and we do process. I'm not even giving him credit because he told me if you're going to start doing, farm life and you want to raise animals for food, you have to process the first one. And I went, so that took rabbits out because I was going to do meat rabbits, and I'm thinking rabbits squeal. I can't do it.
Oh,
good, Michelle.
I wouldn't kill anything for food.
And I thought about doing chickens. Chickens take a long time to raise up. I mean, they're not ready till like 6 months old to do anything, whether you eat them or even for eggs. And I'm like, that's just a long time. And I started with some chickens, and they were so adorable. And then I discovered quail. Quail are ready to eat and start giving eggs at 6 weeks. So
Oh, wow.
they like cold weather. They don't need much space. They're little bitty. And so I went and bought some bigger ones. And then I got eggs, an incubator, and did my own. And when it come time to, I decided I wanted to process that first group. They weren't really what I wanted, so I was going to process them. And my husband said, nope, you're going to do it yourself. I went, you're not going to come out with me? And he went, nope. He literally sat in here watching football and left me outside by myself. And I'm like, oh, I want to hurt him. I got through the first one. I come running to the door and open. I went, what? I did it. He's like, you're too good. Keep it up. He wouldn't come outside. He still has it. He still has it. Now, and I was kind of freaked out with the first group.
How do you do it?
You hold them, kind of like with your little legs, and you kind of have your fingers above where you're holding, like they're like this, and the little head's going here, and you kind of hold them upside down, and you take scissors and go, bloop. Some of them literally grab it and do this number. I can't do that. I'm like, oh, I just
no.
Yeah, I would be scared.
From the beginning to the end of some of them, pluck them. I just skin them because it's a little bit easier. It takes me 2-3 minutes to do the whole thing from beginning to end. Thank you, Michelle. I still have to put some pretties on there. I've got to pack up my Christmas gnomes and put my other goodies up there. But yeah. And so I wasn't sure I could do it. After I did the first group, I'm like, I can do this. Second group was a little bit harder because I had raised them from egg. I had taken those little eggs and put them in the incubator and fed them cute little boogers all the way up. And so that one those were hard. But I did it. And so now there were 2 in the group that I thought were boys. And so then they made girl noises. And I'm like, okay, good. I didn't want to kill you 2 anyways. They were some of my favorites. So I put them in the pen. And I'm like, nope, I'm keeping them.
Do you use the eggs like a lot?
Huh?
Do you use like the eggs and stuff like that like often? Like is it really like helping with like?
They kind of slowed down because of winter, and so they just started producing eggs again. But like I've been playing with recipes for pickled eggs to start, selling and giving away. What I have now, I'm going to make deviled eggs, which basically it's like 1 little bite is a deviled egg because it takes 3 of them to make 1 chicken egg. Like they're little bitty.
Oh, okay. I was picturing like the little bigger eggs than normal ones. That must be something else.
Oh yeah, no, they're little bitty guys. The one pen that I have that I was actually going to process them last week. They started giving me eggs, and so I'm like, okay, I'll give you a little bit longer. And now they went from 1 egg a day to now I'm getting 3 eggs a day. So I told my good pen, the ones I'm keeping, I said, y'all better step up your game. Dinner pen, freezer camp, we call it freezer camp. They're producing, y'all ain't. I may be switching pens. They started giving me eggs yesterday. So.
I'm being so loud.
Oh, hey, Michelle. Just said I always listen to your streams, but can't get to the chat. 99% of the time, you and Johnny fighting cracks me up.
Oh, I was dying in Kroger yesterday.
I haven't seen Michelle around much.
I love Johnny.
Which like Johnny? Johnny,
Bracket Gaming.
Oh, okay. Come here. Come here. Do you want to say hi? I hear you whining. Come here. Come here. Well, you got to come here. I can't pick you up from there. If I grab you right there, you're going to scream. Come here. This is my special needs girl.
Oh.
She's missing half her hair. She just does it. She just can't keep hair.
Aww.
She's partially blind. How old is she? 8.
8.
She was from a really bad hoarding situation. And she fit in my hand when I got her. She couldn't see. Her eyes were blue. And they weren't sure they're going to be there. I was helping out her. And she said, I don't think I'm going to be able to adopt her out. And I said, can I have her? And so I brought her home. and she's been the brat ever since.
Aw.
She spins circles because all she does is she'll do circles. And like when somebody walks in, she's barking at them, but she's looking like over here. Like she never can see people. She loves her squeaky toys and her blankets. And that's what's wrong. It's her blankets. I put them all in the washer the other day, so she don't have a blanket down.
Sweet girl.
She's a mess. I don't know why she wanted up here because I don't have a blanket.
Well, see, my two, if we take up their beds and stuff, it better be back down within 2 hours, long enough to wash it and dry it. 2 or 3 hours. So their whole world.
Yeah, she's a mess. We have literally at any given time, there's 3 to 4 blankets on the floor.
Yeah.
If I put blankets on my blanket rack, she's pulling them off. I have this little robot vacuum that I was going to start having do every night, but I'd have to make sure I pick blankets up every night.
Mm-hmm.
So get tangled up because she's got blankets everywhere.
That's how my two do. They got blankets all over the couch. They've got another bed in the floor in the living room. They have a California king size dog bed in here with blankets.
Well, I quit putting dog beds down because Molly will pee in them. She pees in the beds. Oh. I don't know why. Any little dog bed, but she's just special. She just isn't all there. So I'll kind of fuss at her, but she don't get in trouble like she should, because she should know better, but I don't help it. I think just part of whatever goes on. She's
part of her special needs.
Yeah, she's just I have to keep potty pads because like if it's raining or like wet right now, I literally have to carry her to the end of my yard where I'm out at with the quail, put her on the ground so that she has to trek through the ground to go potty. And then she'll make her way to the porch and sit on the porch and whine. She's bad. She's so bad.
Spoiled girl.
But oh, my Facebook is blowing up. Oh, my mother.
Ooh, I need to call my
I love her
in a few days.
I love my mother, but she stresses me out. She's in South Dakota, and I really shouldn't stress so bad with her and just let her be, but she's crazy.
I hope you don't watch your streams.
She don't. She can't figure out how to get on YouTube.
Oh, my mom's all over YouTube.
And if she was, she'd end up getting mad at some point because she doesn't like for me talking about my abuse. And because for her, she feels like when I deal with it or talk about it, I'm shaming her. Mm. She has a guilt with the abuse that happened to me as a child and a teenager. And she's never let that go. And so she feels like I am being ugly to her. And it's like, I don't hold fault with her. I mean, I hold fault with one incident that happened, and that was that she didn't stand up to her mother and blame me when I was 8 years old. Mm. And, that's my only issue. But then I also have learned my mother's mental illness, and I just let it be. So, yeah, I don't want her. I would block her. I would block her. She knows I say she's crazy. Because I'll tell her, Mom, stop being crazy. Stop it. You're being too much. Stop it.
My mom's in her 80s, or she's
Mama is 86. Yes, 84, 86, something like that. She's been sober like 35 years now, and so a lot of hers is from her alcoholism too. So, but she's from a crazy family. It's like my brother calls me last night to tell me about my sister-in-law's cancer being back, and her sister, they discovered has pancreatic cancer, like end stage, serious, bad deal pancreatic cancer. And he knew that I really liked his sister-in-law, Trudy, and she wanted him to contact me and let me know. And he's like, now I haven't told Mom, and I don't want to have to deal with her. And I said, I ain't saying nothing. He said, oh, you can kill her. I don't care. I was like, oh, no, we're not putting in this. No, I know nothing. I'm Switzerland. I'm clueless. No.
No, there's some things Mom doesn't need to know.
No, because she's very ugly about my sister-in-law's family. So telling her that this one has cancer, she's hated the fact that me and this one got along. And she always called me Stumbleina because we was playing family games and drinking one night, and I had a couple too many Jello shots. And let's face it, I stumble when I'm sober, so you can imagine. And she called me Stumbleina, and it's been my name for like 12 years. So Mom gets mad. Mom don't like her. Whatever.
See, my mom can be hateful. If that was my mom, if my mom was your mom and she got that news, my mom would be like, "Good, I hope she dies."
Oh, mom would be very hateful. She would be. She fucking deserves it. That's
okay, I'm not the only one with a mom like that.
Yeah, and it's like, Mama, stop.
One of my brother's ex-wives, I mean, she'd be like, "Why can't she just get into a car accident on her way to work and die?"
Oh, she has done that. And it's like, stop.
I know. It's like,
maybe it's that age group. Maybe that's just how they are.
And it could be because my mom, and I mean, she will talk downright vicious.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, my whole extended family has kind of had a lot going on, and my poor brother, y'all, if y'all think about him, just lift him up. He is dealing with our brother that had the stroke. And he's got his wife, my sister-in-law, plus her sister. So his hands are full. And I have told him I would come help, but we worry about my back being able and my knee being able to hold up. So I can't do much, but I could drive people to appointments. I could do a little bit. I can't handle our brother that had the stroke. I can't do him. He gets very angry, and he's always struggled with me. He's an alcoholic, but their dad left my mom with 3 boys, and he's very jealous of the fact my dad was there, and he's kind of held that against me, and I just kind of let it go in one ear and out the other, and he just and he can be very violent, and so with the stroke, you've got that automatically happens with them kind of patients. And that's what I told him. I was like, I can't. And at the time, I was dealing with my back and not being able. I mean, I was using a walker to get around. And I'm like, I can't. There's no way I can take him. There's just no way. And if he had a violent episode, I mean, for one thing, I've got a 100-pound German Shepherd that's, he's 100. I tell her all the time, he's 100 pounds to fuck around and find out. So he would get bit. And I would have to worry about that. And so, yeah, Jovi's a mama's boy. Jovi, don't let nobody fuck with mama.
That's how my little dude.
My husband had a water bottle the other night.
He
had like an empty. Yeah. He had an empty water bottle and was like smacking me on the leg, and Jovi like lost his shit. He was like, "Damn, I thought I was supposed to get dog bit." And I was like, "I did too. That was a little touchy. Don't do that again." But it's good to know, that because we're with them all the time, so we don't see how they'll be. But yeah, he don't like his mama mess with. But so my brother has got all of them he's caring for, and he's like, he wants to come to the wedding. My daughter's getting married in March, and I'm like, look, if y'all can't, we totally get it. You've got a lot. I would love for y'all to come. They literally live 30 minutes. They're like right here.
Oh,
they're like 10 minutes from the wedding venue. Yeah, we're all in the kind of the same area. But I'll definitely have to come on and make the wedding because I'm making the groom's cake. So I'll definitely have to come on when I'm doing that.
I love watching stuff like that.
We are doing, he wants German chocolate. And so if you're coming in late, we're not really talking about Sister Rob's at the moment. He wants German chocolate, and I'm going to do tuxedo strawberries. And then on the outside, I'm going to do the German chocolate icing and the layers, and on the very top. But the edges are going to be dude, really? Are going to be chocolate, but I'm going to make it look like bark. Because she's going to have her wedding cake. She's doing a naked cake, and it's going to be on, really? Jasper into everything. He's It's going to be on like about this thick of a piece of wood. So his is going to look like bark. So it'll all kind of, it's going to match. But yeah.
His naked cakes.
He wanted German chocolate. Oh, this one is going to be gorgeous. And I was hoping she was going to let me make it, but she had gone ahead and found a cake decorator. So, because I was all excited, I was like, I'll make it. She's like, sure. And I'm like, yeah, I can do it. And then she went ahead and decided on this one. So, but I still get to do the groom's cake. So I'm like, if I don't get to do the groom's cake, I'm going to be pissed. Just going to throw a fit. I was all excited. I'd already done a recipe and tried it out. My husband does not like cake, and he loved it. He's like, oh my God, that was good. And I'm like, yes. So it was like, I didn't practice all that for nothing.
Yeah, my husband's favorite cake is German chocolate.
Well, Katie is funny. She's doing butter pecan on the bottom layer, chocolate on the center layer, and she said she didn't care on the top layer. And I had mentioned lemon because she loves lemon. And she's like, I don't know about a cake. And I'm like, but if you do that with like a cheesecake filling, oh, it would be amazing. That's what I was going to suggest doing. But I'm not doing the cake. So I keep hoping that changes because I really want to do cake. I'm a chocolate, anything chocolate.
Yeah, that's my husband. I prefer really like strawberry, lemon.
I can do chocolate everything. Chocolate covered bacon. Oh my God. So
chocolate and
I've never tried that.
I mean, I had not either, and I was at a winery one night, and that's one of the things they had was chocolate covered bacon. I was like, I'll try it.
Yeah, I'd try it.
And oh my God, was it good? So good.
I'm gonna hop down because I gotta haul some stuff outside, and it's gonna be like super loud, so I don't want to like be banging around. But I'll be listening. Okay. And thank you guys for having me up and
spooky.
Thanks for coming up.
Sister Wives. Yeah, no problem. I'll be in listening.
I want to do season by season, so
I'm so down. If you guys do that,
yeah.
Yes, I love Sister Wives. So
I've got Discovery Plus, so I can go back to season 1, rewatch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I make my old man watch it with me, and he's like, lately been getting into it because I have no one else to like. Oh my God, when I see things that are crazy. So yeah, this is awesome. I didn't know.
Yeah, me too. Because my husband doesn't watch it, so
he thinks I'm weird. He's like, "Why do you watch this?" I'm like, "You don't think that's interesting?" He's like, "Interesting." That's not the word I could use.
He's like, I can't do that, dude.
Yeah, same.
I watched every season.
We just laugh at him.
And this by far has been the messiest one. Yeah, Michelle, you are right. But yeah, it gives me an excuse to sit around here, craft, and watch Sister Wives.
Yes.
So.
Well, if anybody would like to come on panel and chit chat, there is the link.
All right, guys. Thank you. I'll be listening.
Okay, bye, Spooky.
Bye.
So, did you get your little puppies fixed?
No, I got pissed off. I got this tail on. I got this tail to the side. It should be more centered, but I don't know. He may work out. He may not. His tail. It's off to the side. I should have centered it. But
yeah, Michelle, this one I got frustrated with. Like 3 of the episodes were all the same thing, and I think they could have. I don't know what they could have done something different. I mean, it's kind of sick of hearing the same thing over and over and over again.
That's how they do on Sister Wives. They have one thing happen and they make a whole season.
That half of an episode is going to be what happened on the previous one. So you only get out of a 45-minute episode, you're getting like 20 minutes of actual show.
Yeah. But that's how it's been every season with them. Good God, if I heard one more time about Meri being catfished.
Like, how long did they drag that out?
And they dragged that out for a couple of seasons, not just a couple of shows. It was a couple of freaking seasons. God. It's like, get over it already. Yeah.
It's like, dude, and that guy wrote a book. Or girl wrote a book.
Oh, did they?
I'm trying to get it. It shows it on Kindle, but then Kindle won't let me buy it. So I'm trying to find it because I want to read it. Even though he's a big fat liar, he's a catfish that's done it to many women, or she is, I still want to read it. But it's called Almost Married, MERI''D.
Wow.
It's
girl.
me.
Michelle?
Hey, I just had to come up because I have so many opinions on this, and I got so amped up when I heard you guys talking about it happening today. So I just got home from the grocery store, and I wanted to like pop in since you guys are giving your
Come on,
commentary
what you
about
got?
it.
Yeah, what you got? Bring it on.
It became almost unbearable to watch like the last few episodes because Kody is just the worst. Like, he doesn't let anybody finish a sentence. He doesn't listen to anybody speak. He just overtalks everyone. His opinion is the only one that matters. And it's like, he doesn't listen to any of his wives, even Robyn. I mean, he used to be in my opinion, he used to be the husband that was like all the wives controlled and, oh, Kody, go do this. Kody, go do that. Blah, blah, blah. And he's running from house to house. And now it's like he's this big boss man that's like, you all do as I say, and I'm the man of the house. And it's just become ridiculous. I mean, it's laughable how he's
Well, that
changed
was
over the
what
years.
was really funny because in that one time they're sitting there and he's like, we're going back to, I'm running my household and then we're going back to patriarchy thing. And Janelle's going, whatever.
Yeah,
That's
I love
not what I signed
Janelle.
up for.
Janelle is
Yeah.
my favorite.
She's like, she ain't having it. She's like, I ain't having it. I'm not
I
doing
didn't sign up for patriarchy.
Well, he never
They are
was
each-
like that, though. That's the funny part.
No. And he's out of control. He is really out of. That's why I mentioned. Is he on something? Is that, or is it a mental
other
illness and he's
people-
just so freaking manic?
Well, I think
I
he's
heard
out of
people
control
say
because
that, too.
plus he has no control. And I think
I mean,
that's
it's because
making
he
spiral.
doesn't even look normal. Like he doesn't
No.
even look like he used to. You can see the stress and the manic, like his eyes
Mhm.
are like huge, like whoa, and it just
I
like
think he's
roid rage. You know what I mean?
it is. It's
I don't know, and I don't
scary
wanna-
when anybody even tries to talk to him. It's like, oh God, what's he gonna say?
Yeah.
Like it's and
Well,
it's
and he's
not
not-
abusive. It's just rage filled, like you said. It's just like so angry.
right. His communication sucks. Like he's
Oh,
not hearing what they're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, they could be
Nothing.
saying the sky is blue. And he's like, "Did you say it's raining?" You know?
Mhm.
Oh, he just
No, he would
not-
say, you know, did you say the sky is blue? Oh, you mean it's my fault the sky is blue? No, it's your
Yeah.
fault the sky
Yeah.
is blue.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not, I don't know what it is, but something is not okay there. And
Mhm.
I mean, I wish he would wake up and maybe see their therapist and kind of get some grounding going and go, I mean, it's not all his fault, but it definitely isn't all their fault. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
he just, I don't know. He is just out of control at this point.
I don't think he's I think Christine is really good at expressing herself and like communicating what her issues are, but at the same time, she's dead to him on the inside. I mean, like she is just like, don't care what you have to say. I don't love you anymore. The end. Like she's like, I'm gonna tell you all my feelings very clearly, but I don't care what you have to say.
I think when he lied to her, when he said, "Oh, I really want to go back to Utah. Let's get with the other wives and see if we can make this happen." And then they get there and he's like, "Well, I don't want to do that." I think that crushed a part of her that she could never get back.
Right. And I agree with that. But at the same time, he flips it on her and says, I can't trust you.
Yeah.
Like, I guess I never understood that. It just didn't
Well,
make
and
any
the whole,
sense.
in the tell all, it was like he's going, I married her out of obligation and for status. And I knew that would give me more clout, basically, because her family is polygamy hierarchy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that's the only reason he married her. And it's like, who wants to hear that, even in the middle of a divorce? Like, dude, kiss my ass.
It's hurtful, especially for your husband of however many years, decades.
Right. And he's supposed to be worried about the kids and what this does to the kids. What does he think the kids hearing that is going to do?
Right. And just
when
seeing
truly
the way
hears
that,
that
she's
statement, Right. When Truly is old enough to actually pull these episodes up, because let's face it, this is out there forever. When she pulls that up and hears that, what is that going to do to her?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
I don't know.
I'm sure the older girls have already seen it, but
they've
I don't
seen.
know.
I'm
It's
sure they've seen a pattern. That's why, like most of the older ones don't want to be in a polygamist relationship, because Kody's been a terrible example to how to
right.
they don't want to be treated the way that they've seen their moms be treated and dismissed and just prioritized in certain ways, if you will. Like Christine being the basement.
And that's one thing I want
wife.
to do. When I go back and watch the earlier episodes, I'm going to make sure I write down which kids wanted to be polygamy and which weren't. And I'm going to kind of see what's changed over the years, because there were some that wanted to be polygamist. And then there were others that were like, not happening. Like
So
Madison was never sure. Aspen has always been, no, it's not for me.
Right. Yep.
And and she's part of the church. And so is Mitch, her husband. And so
Mariah was always saying that she was going to do it.
Yes, Mariah always, but she's not even a part of the church at all anymore. She is completely, which becoming with her sexuality, that put her out of the church completely.
So there is that the reason, is because of her sexuality, or was she just shunned, or like she just kind of walked away?
Because she was shunned because of her family when she went to college. And then in that time she came out with her sexuality, and I think that was kind of the nail in the coffin kind of thing.
Well, it's bizarre though, because for many years they didn't attend a church. They had church at home with their family. So if they wanted to keep her in, the faith with them, they could make their own judgments and rules on how they want to do things within that faith. I guess they are, what is it, fundamental, or I don't know.
Yeah, it's a fundamentalist sect of some type. They've never.
So there's
really
no bending. Yeah.
Right.
Excuse me.
Well, and that was when they went to Vegas and they were trying to find a church so the kids would have a social aspect in the, a Christian kind of thing. They still wouldn't even do that because they weren't comfortable with those churches swaying their children.
Yeah, that's true.
And it was like, raise your children. The word says raise your children in the way they should go, and they will not depart from it. So you shouldn't have to worry about outside forces doing that if you raise them right.
Very true. Well, none of the kids have the only kids that have left or kind of, walked away are from dad, not mom. All the moms have good relationships with their kids. Yeah. It's, the boys have walked away from Kody, and, it's kind of like his wives are walking away.
Logan walked away a long time ago.
That's
Logan
true.
Was like, I don't want to do with any of this. He wasn't even on the show anymore, which they didn't want the spotlight, and I get it. It's a lot.
Yeah, but especially if you didn't sign up for it. You're like, oh, great, my whole family's doing this.
Your parents signed up for this reality show, and the next thing you know, you're followed everywhere you go. But Logan walked away early on. When Peyton got older, Peyton kind of pulled away and wasn't on a lot. Janelle's kids, I think they were gone. That's the reason why they weren't. Well,
one went into the military.
Yes.
Yes.
Hunter? Was it Hunter? Yes.
I think it was Hunter.
Hunter went to the military, which he's now a nurse. He's going to nursing school, I believe.
I didn't know that.
And then Gabriel and I can't remember the other one's name.
But
just had the big fight with Kody. Gabriel and him both had the big fight with Kody.
Logan?
No, not Logan. Logan's the oldest.
That's right.
It's Logan, Hunter. What is that third one?
I can't remember. She's got 6. Does she have 5 kids? 6 kids. 5. I cannot remember.
5. She has the 4 boys and the 1 girl.
And Christine has 6.
She has 6 because she has Madison. I'm sorry, I forgot Madison.
Oh,
Logan, Madison. Okay. That boy, Gabriel, and then Savannah. So she has 5.
Okay. Either way, I think
They have a lot.
Kody doesn't even
They have
know.
a
He's
lot.
like, how old are my kids?
Well, I mean, that's what I was telling Auntie a while ago is the pictures of Logan's wedding were very telling of what was going on. Did you see the pictures?
No, I didn't. When were
of
those
Logan's
posted?
wedding? Robyn and Kody sat in the last row of where everybody's sitting. They weren't even up in seats. They were in the very back by themselves.
Wow.
And there were no pictures of Kody dancing with everybody.
His own father sat in the back.
Yeah. Any other time they've done something, he sat with the mother of that child, no matter what. Graduation, the weddings, any ceremony, he always sat with the mother of that child. Even when Mariah was going through stuff, he sat with Meri. And so, but he is not with Logan. He sat in the back. And I thought, and that was before they started coming out with who was separated and who wasn't. It was early on in the season. And it was like, oh. And then we have Janelle on the panel going, we're separated.
Yeah. And I saw that Meri had just put out a thing saying, or was it Meri saying that she was, putting the kibosh on their, marital relationship or whatever. I mean, he's got to know, he has to have some sort of sense that he has a hand in his children, his wives. Like, no, it's everybody else's fault. But this is completely narcissistic behavior. Like, I don't know what they're doing all the wrong things. It's not me.
And I can get him being defensive of the kids blaming Robyn, but you're making it look like it's Robyn.
Right. Yes. He wouldn't even talk about Robyn during the tell-all.
Right. We're not talking about her. Why? You've talked about everybody else.
Well, because he knows he's got to go home to the only wife he's got left, and she's going to whoop his ass. I wouldn't be talking either. I'd be like, nope. No, thank you. I have to live with this woman. This is the last one I got left.
Right? I don't want to have to go through all this again, damn it.
Exactly. But yeah, I can't wait to hear what you guys talk about in the future with this. This is going to be interesting. I love hearing different perspectives from everybody and commentary. I watch a number of people that do commentary on the shows. And
I thought it would be fun to go back through, and because that's what I did when this one ended. I started watching in the beginning because I'm like, I want to go back and see if I can pinpoint little things that were like, we didn't catch this. Oh, wait a minute. The groups drive me crazy because I feel like they're way one-sided in blaming Robyn.
Oh yeah,
and I just don't.
Well,
you're still muted. I didn't know if you were muted.
You're going, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't. I can see things that she's done that I don't like, but I'm that way with all of them. They've all done something at some point that I'm like, you were a jerk. But she's not at fault. I think the situation happened at a bad time. I'm sorry. If I am pregnant, about to give birth to a child that I've already miscarried one right before this, and you bring in a new wife, I'm going to be jealous and I'm going to be pissed, and I am not going to handle that situation well.
Exactly. She was in an emotionally fragile state to begin with.
And I don't think things were handled right.
Right. Agree. I mean, she would cry. She's like 8 months pregnant and cry when he would go visit Robyn. And it's like, what about me? I'm about to have our kid. And he's just like, okay, bye.
Oh yeah.
It gotta hurt.
Hi, Karen. Welcome to the stream.
I have no sympathy for it because you know what you signed up for. I mean, that's part of the lifestyle.
It is.
That's fair. That is
But
fair.
I think that for me, it's because they waited 16 years to bring in a new wife. And so that you're kind of set in your ways. And I don't know, that big and pregnant.
You could have held off a little bit.
Somebody. At that point, you're mad and angry at the world.
Facts.
But then you know what he has said about why he even married Christine.
Hey, Karen.
You kind of look back at that and go, you're an ass. You
Well,
know,
he
to say
said
he
that
was
he
never
wasn't
even
even attracted to her whenever they got
yeah,
married.
he's never been
Exactly,
attracted
Auntie.
to her. He wasn't happy. He didn't want it. It wasn't romantic. And she's like, I thought it was very romantic. And it's like,
God, to sit there and hear that from your husband of so many years and just be like, everything was a lie. Everything I
Right.
thought was felt between the two of us was a complete lie, because he's just just blatantly said hurtful things like that. Like, well,
oh,
I was
he
never
was like
attracted
he
to
was
you.
every time he would have something else to say, it was like he was upping his game on how cruel he was going to be.
Right.
And it was like, I get it. You're hurt. I get it. You're kind of scorned right now. Salt in the wounds. I get it. But don't lower yourself and be ugly. Just because there are
Yeah, but
kids
sometimes
involved.
it's hard not to.
Yeah,
Sometimes
I mean, it
it's
is.
just hard not to.
It is. And I get that part. I just keep thinking about he wants to go on about the kids, but then he's not thinking about the kids with what he's saying.
Right, true.
Yeah. It's going to be seen by all the kids and the nastiness he's giving towards her. And I don't feel, honestly, that Christine is being nasty towards him. She's saying things that may be hurtful or feel nasty, but she's not outwardly being nasty. Like, Kody, I never thought you were cute anyway. You know, like,
Right.
she's just not, she's saying, you know, I feel this way and it hurts me. And he's like, well, you know, I just don't want to sleep with you. So sorry about your bad luck. Like, it just says things that are like, it just, the communication is poor, and
Well,
I think that we
Robyn
can all
even
see
pointed
that's
that-
why they're falling apart. All of them.
Robyn pointed that out. She was like, he says things sometimes, and I just want to smack him because he's being
Right.
just
So
shut
does
up.
all of America.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I'm thinking, well, that's kind of a guy. I mean, that's what men do. They say stupid shit, and we sit there and go. I mean, my husband's done it. He has said things, and I'm kicking him underneath the table. He's like, "What?" I'm like,
Trust me, I get it. Trust me.
That's the opposite in my marriage. I'm the one
Yo,
saying
like,
things that he's
seriously,
kicking me for.
we at my last winter event, we were in our little hometown, and we were seeing people. We played baseball. Our kids played baseball together, and of course, now kids are getting to the age they've got babies, and so they're with their grandbabies, and they're going on about this one grand. She was so cute, and she says, "Yeah," and she looks just like Kody, which this kid's name is Kody. And my husband says, "Oh, poor baby, looks just like her daddy," and I went,
Oh.
dude. And so the mom's like, "Oh, but he was such a cute baby." And I'm instantly going, "Oh my God, Kody was the cutest little baby." And I'm looking at my husband and he's like, "What?" They walk off and I said, "Dude." And he was like, "I didn't mean it ugly." And I went, babe.
I love it.
See, I
Sounds
do
like
that all the
something my
time. My
husband would
husband's the one going, "Kim, come on."
Hi,
no
Wyoming
filter.
Adventures.
Hey, Wyoming.
Last night.
I
Oh,
can't
I'm so
see
sorry.
that.
You're feeling better. Okay, good. She says she's feeling better.
Good.
Good.
But yeah, and so when Kody says stupid things, I'm like, okay, I could see my husband saying this shit because he'll just say something, and I'm just going, kind of high. and I have no filter, and I am not shy. But my husband will say things, and I'm just like, should I like get ready to fight? Are we gonna have a cat fight, or can I just say he's drunk? I mean, even if he's not drinking, he's been
Just say
drinking.
he's drunk.
It's okay. He's been drinking.
Sometimes I just tell people, you know what, my husband's not really good at reading the room. So sorry about it. He just has.
Mine does not read a room.
Blunt.
He
He's
cannot
bluntly honest. It's ridiculous. But I mean, that's kind of why I love him too. It takes the pressure off of me, except for when I have to make excuses for how, crude he can be.
Well, I have to tell people I built my husband to what he is, because when we got together, he was very quiet and reserved. And we would go places, and I'm in the room, and I am center of attention, and we're all there, and I'm saying stupid shit. Now we're sitting back, and I'm kind of reading the room and nice and calm, and he's blah, 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 saying things like, "She looks like her daddy. Poor kid looks like her daddy." And it's like when, y'all, some really close friends of ours, their son had a baby at the same time my daughter had one, and redheaded kid. Oh my God, that baby is redheaded as all get out. Like, we're talking, looks like a strawberry on its head. And my husband, gotta love him, talks about how ugly the baby is to the grandparents. I've had surgery. I'm in the hospital on drugs after surgery, and they leave, and I'm why was everything kind of weird? And he tells me what happened, and I went, dude, really? I was Wumbo when I got home.
You need to get him a sitter when you're not able to watch him. And his
right.
That's
I'm like,
great.
I'm getting all gumbo now because you've offended her. And he's like, I don't know what I was thinking. I'm like, obviously. So yeah,
That's great.
When he goes with people, I'm just kind of scared. And my kids will say, well, they'll see him in conversations and they're like, should we go monitor dad? I'm like, please, can somebody? Because
monitor
you never know what he's going to say.
The whole family knows dad's off by himself. Yeah. Which one of us is gonna go?
Yeah, at this point, it's the joke. It's like you never know, and I'm and I don't. What do you tell people when? I mean, now I know that he's told their grandbaby's ugly, and I'm like, how do you respond when you see them next time? It's like, sorry,
he was drunk. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know how to get him drunk at 11 o'clock when he's at the hospital all day. So that one was kind of hard to do.
Damn
but yeah, it didn't. I wasn't sharing my morphine. I had a morphine pump. Wasn't sharing that shit. So, yeah,
he's just gonna have to ride it out. He's gonna have to ride this one out.
At this point, now we're getting older. I could play age now. I could say he's just old. I don't know, but yeah. So if you think you have it bad with your husbands, at least they have not told good friends that their kid's ugly. So just saying.
No, that is very true. That is very true. Oh my God, I can't imagine.
Yeah,
well,
Karen says. Yeah.
Well, my husband came into this marriage when I had 3 kids that were already preteen teenagers when my husband and I got married. So he knew better to make any comments about somebody else's kids, knowing coming into a marriage, because he'd never had any kids. He'd never been married before. So if he comes in trying to say anything about my kids, he would know better. So he learned right off the bat, experiencing with kids and all that. Like, no, we don't, only mom's allowed. I can say my kids are assholes. You can't. Like, I can say my kid looks dumb today in that outfit. You can't say that. So I think he kind of learned that.
Look, I'm that way, and he was their daddy. but I'm also that way with the animals. They will tell you, I will fuss at my animals all day long. Ain't nobody else gonna say shit.
Yeah, that's me with mine.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be.
But then my husband laughs because he's like, I can snap my fingers, and they're like, wait, mom's calling. What are we doing? And everybody else has got to like really get their attention. But yeah.
All I have to
so I don't know. I don't know what's gonna go with the show. I don't know how they go on for. They have 2 more seasons in contract. So if TLC breaks that, they still have to pay them. But what are they going to do after that?
He's going to get another wife. I'll tell you now. He is not going to give up this paycheck.
I would like to see TLC follow the wives as they've left, leaving polygamy, and see how the wives build their lives. I mean, Meri has already had the full life without it, even though they, it's just now official. But
they could do life after sister wife or whatever. Like, I think that would be interesting.
But I'm hoping that this brother husband show happens because we're gonna follow it.
Oh yeah,
I watched the one episode from 2017. It was just like an hour long. It was like a little documentary type of a thing.
Yeah, I've got to pull that one up and watch it. But they're saying that there's actually going to be a series.
Oh, I would be down with that. The one little one they did a few years ago was so good. I was intrigued, and then I was like, wait, I'm gonna have another one.
And then Sabrina Speakeasy told me about Finding Magic Mike. Michelle, I need to send you this because I always send you TikToks. I send you fun TikToks.
Oh, girl, you send me the best TikToks.
I send you good TikToks. So I pulled it up, and it's supposed to be on HBO, but it's not showing on HBO. I don't know why, but the very first episode is on YouTube. And I'm like, I need the rest of these. Come on. So I've got to figure out why it's not showing on. And when I pull it up on Prime and it goes to my HBO, it just says unavailable. It's there, but unavailable. So I don't know.
Huh.
There is one episode.
Did it get sold to another thing? Like, how like ABC will sell something to like Paramount
maybe it's in transition of that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
but it's really good. And they're like taking average guys. Like these aren't Channing Tatums. I mean, there is one that's girl.
She's swooning.
I watched it the other night, and then the husband had called, and I said, I found that show. And he was like, oh, God. And I said, he's like, okay, so, like, do you have some Channing Tatums in there? I was like, oh, there's one. There's one. There are several really, really good ones, but there's one that's really good at his job. And then there's a couple really nerdy ones. And so it's like, it's kind of cute to watch them do. And they've got one with a full dad bod. And then there's the two really geeky ones. And so it's kind of neat to watch them, what they were doing. So I'm anxious to see how it goes. I just got to find the rest of the episodes. But yeah, next time I see her,
you find where they are. Yeah,
I will. I'm going to have to let her know. Thank you for telling me about that. Because we were talking about Magic Mike. Lycan did karaoke, and he did Pony and Pastor Mill's voice.
Oh gosh.
And scarred me for life. And I told Steph, and then,
oh God, my stomach just slipped. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I hated them forever now because of that. And I had to go find Magic Mike and watch it so I could cleanse my brain. And Sabrina made sure to tell me about that show, and I'm like, oh.
Well, heck yes. I mean, that's now my brain hurts.
Up at all. Oh, it was bad, Michelle. It was bad. Because at first I'm like, I don't know this song, because they kept, they had, and I'm like, I don't know the Pony. I don't know what song that is. And then he starts doing it. I'm like, oh, now I know. Oh God, no. Anybody but Pastor Mill. And no, he did it in Pastor Mill.
Oh. Would have been better if he just stood up and did some swivel hips with it to really put the Pastor Mill spin. That would have been amazing.
So, I mean, I needed to bleach my ears and my brain after that. It was bad. He did a really good impersonation. He did amazing, but he ruined the song.
Well, I'm going to have that in my head forever. And now I feel like I need to go listen to Lycan sing it so I can stop imagining how bad it is and really hear it. So I'm going to have to find that.
Oh yeah, you need to go. Because it really was good. It really was good. And it was really, watching us in the chat freak out was even better. But yeah. Then you're going to want to go pull up Magic Mike and watch it to get rid of the vision that you didn't have in your head.
I swear, only Lycan.
That's greatness.
It is. All right, guys, I gotta hop off here. I gotta go pick up my kid from after school camp and do all the stuff that I don't want to do, but I would like to lay down and take like a 7-hour nap, but not really feasible right now. So enjoy whatever you got going on the rest of the day, y'all, and keep us updated out here.
Michelle.
Yeah, it was good talking to you too. And I'll be around for more of this sister wife coverage. Very fascinating.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do this. I don't know. I got to get with Auntie and see how often we want to do it, but we're gonna break these seasons down and.
Sweet. Well, you'll have one
figure out what other
viewer for sure.
Well, thanks for coming up, hon.
All right, I'll talk to y'all later.
Bye, Michelle.
Bye, hon.
So how often do we want to do these?
Oh, once a week? Or twice a
that'll
week?
work. Let's start with once a week.
Once a week, okay. And we're going to start
with... And if
it
looks like we want to do season 1, let's break down season 1 next week.
Okay, the whole season?
Yeah.
Okay. I will refresh.
Yeah, Karen, that's what I did. And it's not... And then when you pull it up online... It shows you that it is, but it's not there. So I don't know what happened to it. When I went on Prime showed that it was on HBO Max, but then when you pull it up on the Prime part, it says unavailable. So I can tell you the very first episode is on YouTube. I don't know what they do with the rest of them. But it's worth it. I'm just saying. We just got to find it. So if anybody finds it, let me know. But alrighty, so we'll do another one next week. We'll do season 1, and
okay.
See, I think we can, because the first few seasons were shorter seasons.
Yeah, and plus this will give us a week to go back and watch season 1 again.
Yeah, watch them and make little notes. I think I can do small tidbits of the shows on here. I don't know. I need to figure that out.
I
don't
don't
want them. Yes, Karen, exactly. One episode is better than none, and it was really good. Really good. I don't want them snagging my channel for it, which it would just be copyright, and that would be okay. I mean, I would just not, I would delete that part or
You can show
whatever,
like
but
still
I
images,
don't
but
want
you
no.
can't play the.
Yeah, certain times they'll come at you. I'm at work, but I wanted you to know that I am listening. Thank you, TCA. And TCA, you and Mark did great last night. Things will get better on all that. Oh, I didn't even tell her. Please hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're not subscribed. I always forget.
Yeah, I never said either, Ramon.
I'm horrible at that. Oh, my rosacea's acting up. It's not used to having makeup on. Oh. No, let's see.
Okay, so we'll do these once a week. We'll start with season 1. We'll just
Yeah.
review the whole season.
Yeah, little tidbits, things that we get from it, takeaways and things like that. I think we can do one season per show.
I think we could too, especially the early seasons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go ahead
Alrighty,
and
well,
drop down.
thank you everybody for coming. Huh?
And we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Thank you everybody for coming. Yes, don't gamble your channel because we need to keep the ones who are enjoyable around here. Yes.
Yeah.
Kim, message me. What you have me blocked still, you got to unblock me, honey, on Facebook. I have questions. So, alrighty, guys. Well, we're going to head out and everybody have a great day. It's hump day. So happy hump day. And enjoy your week and be safe. And see y'all next week.
I'll talk to you later, Brandy.
All righty. Bye, girl.
All right. Bye.